So this week, our topics are two kind of interesting things. And I shared with you some really good crash course videos. If you haven't watched Crash Course before, you're in for a treat because they're a lot of fun. They go at a pretty quick pace. So sometimes I slow them down. Actually, normally I speed up videos when I listen to them to like 1.5. Sometimes I slow down Crash Course to about 0.75. Just find where your happy medium is on that. So our topics this week are networking and cybersecurity. And those two topics go hand in hand. They really do. From networking, we're going to look at like basic networking infrastructures, like the hardware that gets used, the way it gets set up, what a network even is. And then we'll have a couple of videos that level up to a big network that you use all the time called the internet. And then there'll be another video that breaks off a piece of the internet and talks about the World Wide Web. Most people think all that's the same thing, but it's actually not the same thing. And so by the end of watching those three videos, you'll have a really good idea of how those are all interconnected and what parts lead into other parts and how it all works together. It really is quite an interesting thing. Then we're going to dive into cybersecurity. So cybersecurity has to do with lots of things. Keeping your stuff safe is a primary tenet of cybersecurity, of course. You probably hear all the time about password breaches, about data getting stolen and used in ways it wasn't supposed to get used. So what can we learn about cybersecurity? Let's take a quick look at our website this week, and we'll go over a few things. So this video will be in the spot here, but as always, look at the week 11 checklist because that ties everything together and it gives you kind of a sneak peek at something that's coming down the road. Also included, I copied out the class schedule for the rest of the semester. It's hard to believe we're at the point where I can actually do that. We're just a few weeks out from the end. So under the Think section, we're going to look at this 5 laws of cybersecurity video. And the video called You Should Learn How to Hack. That seems like opposites, right? Because hackers aren't good guys. Find out, watch the videos. And then the section I was talking about, the crash course videos. There's 3 videos on that page, and then there's a crash course cybersecurity that's the only video on that section. I also linked to the final chapter that I have a PDF of, Unit 3, but you also have Unit 7. So these are 2 different chapters this week, Unit 3 and Unit 7. So Quiz 3 and Quiz 7 quizzes are up. You can take those at any time. Remember, you're running into the deadline. Like if you need to make up some quizzes you haven't taken yet, now's the time to do it because you don't want to mess with those over Thanksgiving week that's coming up or any holidays that are coming up. You just want to get it done. And there is a final deadline. So check the course schedule to find out when that is. And then we have week 11 Zoom discussions. And this is kind of a fun one. The Zoom discussions are fun. So make sure that on Discord, you sign up for which session you're going to participate. And this is the sneak peek movie review that I'm talking about. So this has a lot of information, but in a nutshell, you get to pick a movie from a list, not just like any random crazy movie. You get to pick movie from a list, and the whole list is here. So you've got lots of options to pick from. Now, if you think that there's a movie that you'd like to watch that fits the criteria, then by all means, make a proposal to me, but I would send that to me quickly. Send me a message on your notes channel, say, hey, here's the movie I'm thinking of. Here's why I think it'll meet the criteria. Here's why I'd like to watch it. And then we can talk about that and see if it's something that should get added to the list. So this is probably the shortest, sweetest video you've had in a while, but definitely dive right in because this is a fun week. I think you'll learn a lot and I think it'll be interesting.